Hi everyone, this is the first episode of a new program dedicated to the insurance and reinsurance market, Open Insurance TV. This is a joint venture of GRTV and Revista Policy. Here you will have the opportunity to learn a little more about Brazilian insurance market, the people who works in this sector, and the global insurance and reinsurance programs of international companies. I am Kelly Lubiato. I am journalist specialized in insurance market and publisher of Revista Policy. Okay, let's go to know our guest of today. He is Leonardo Dale, the CEO of insurance in Brazil for Oneglobal Broking. Leo is a young professional, very young here. You see him, and he has a degree in business administration and 17 years of experience in insurance market. He worked at Marsh and JLT. Leo, welcome here with us.
Thank you, Kelly. I'm very pleased and honored to be the first here with you, talking about the market, talking about international programs, something that I love to talk and as well to bring this message to investors abroad. So I'm very, very honored to be here with you.
And we are too very honored, very happy to have you here with us. It will be a very nice conversation, I'm sure of that. And let's start. Knowing about how would you describe the Brazilian insurance market and reinsurance market for foreign companies? Our strong and weak points.
Okay, Brazil is a very, very unique, very regulated market, okay? Which, in the same way, I'm a very positive person. I always look on the bright side of everything. And during my journey, having this very unique, let's say, in regulated market, I saw this as a very good opportunity because mainly the global risk managers, they don't know pretty well how the Brazilian market works. So it's important for them to teach them how the business is here. But in the same way, it's very competitive. You have very good and talented people. It's under huge developments. Until 2008, we were a monopoly on the reinsurance, right? So I still say that we are a teenager. We are 15 years old.
Just like you at market.
Yes, I was very happy because I joined months before the monopoly. And I remember my first meeting was at RRB with two people there that still working in the market. But it was brilliant to see it before, just a little bit, and the developments during the market. So it's under strong growth. So as well for when I joined, it was really difficult to see young people coming from the good universities to join the insurance market. They all the time looking for investment banking or private equity, and now you see a lot of good people, talented people coming from the best universities, choosing insurance.
It's changed because our market was not sexy, sexy market.
Not sexy.
Everybody tell us about this, and now this is changing.
It's changing because my opinion is everybody wants to grow, and you see some markets that very mature and growing 3-5%, which insurance market is growing double digit every year. So if I could come back, I always would choose coming to the insurance because I can grow faster and different from other industries. So this is a change. This is a change, and we will see this young generation coming, taking leaderships of the major companies in Brazil. So I think it's a good momentum to join the insurance industry and as well to invest in the insurance industry.
And our weak points. Could you tell one? Just one, please.
Yeah, I think I say that not only in the insurance industry, but Brazil, even the past is uncertain. So and we have a lot of changes every year. I think the international market, they normally, they do something and they stay for long with that, even if the impact is not the best. So, example, the Brexit, right? So they had the Brexit. 2 days after the announcement, everybody wanted to come back, but was done. Let's see, in 10, 15, 20, 30, 50 years, the results of this. So I think we have a lot of changes. Sometimes, that's the rule, and this will be there for 5, 10 years, and not changing every year. So this is, I think it's something that we can, my opinion, we should take longer to take the decisions.
Yes.
But after that, stay with that. And I see we take decisions quickly and try to adapt, neither in the first year.
It's the Brazilian the way of life.
But this teaches a lot. I say that we don't see people like the Brazilians everywhere. We are a little bit chameleon. We adapt
Yes.
to the environment very well. Which when I worked in London, if something goes a little bit outside of what was in the script,
Yes.
they say, "Oh no, I cannot do that." We Brazilians say, "No, let's change the product. Let's do this. Let's do that." So I think this teaches a lot as well.
Professionals from Brazil are more required outside, abroad?
Depends. I think we are very resilient people, very talented. Most people that go abroad speak 2 or 3 languages, so which is different from the other cultures. They speak 1 or maybe maximum 2. So I think the Brazilians, they are everywhere and in good positions.
That's very good. But let's know about another thing now. What are the main skills of a reinsurance broker in a moment when the international market is more challenging? What do you believe you can do better for your clients?
Okay, you mentioned like more hard market.
Yes, especially this.
Yeah, I think the broker must understand the client needs and help them to fly under this turbulence for a while,
Okay.
and until the market comes and becomes stable again. So my opinion is, clients sometimes they need price. Clients sometimes they need better quotes, better coverage. So you need to understand what they are looking to have that period of year and help them to go this. But there's some mechanism to, as an example, excess layers policy, quota shares policy, to work in different types of structure of deductibles. So you want to keep your same level of coverage. You want to keep your same level of rates. With this hard market, it's impossible. Only if you go and do some adjustments on your deductible. But in the same way, if you're gonna have more risk for you, you need to help them to invest in the risk assessment as well, loss prevention. You're gonna have more risk, so you need to mitigate your risk. So help them to go and understand with small investments they can reduce and mitigate a lot the risks.
You have to make the balance of all of these variables.
Yes, but in the same way, we see some, let's say, line of business becoming soft again,
Okay.
as D&O, as an example. So sometimes we as brokers in the last 3 years, we were selling very bad news every time. I think now we are starting to come with some good news. So tell the good news too. So your renewal on D&O, probably you're gonna have some saving. Let's use this saving to see how we can invest in other areas.
Yes.
So I think it's time for the broker to be a true partner with your client. And I see that was one of the reasons to move to Oneglobal. We believe on this, to be a true partner to our clients. And that's what drives me and as well the team we have.
Is there any industry that you identify more risks or risks that is worse at this moment?
All clients that let's say they own some type of warehouses or they have a big stock. I think storage. I think it's difficult today in the international market. And international market, they give capacity to the treaties of the local market. So there's some, but in the same way, again, Brazil is you have flood, but you don't have storms, you don't have earthquakes, you don't have tsunamis. So it's to help to give this message as well to international markets. So I always like to say we need to deliver quality time to our clients, not only to listen, but to stress alternatives. We always go to local market and mainly London market, but you have US, you have Dubai, you have Singapore, you have Hong Kong, you have the Netherlands. So you have capacity outside of these two markets that you can explore and bring in more capacity, you bring competitiveness. So this as well help to reduce and help the client to go through this turbulence of hard market today.
To pass this phase, this period.
As well, if you see some international programs, and talking about international now, sometimes you are stressing something with insuring Brazil, but if you talk to the headquarters, they maybe have some good relationship with other insurers. Okay. So maybe get the leverage of relationship of the headquarter to help us to negotiate the terms in Brazil makes a lot of difference too.
Okay, that's the importance of a company like Oneglobal to have many locations often in many locations, different countries to change that experience.
Exactly. So we have hubs of placement in Miami, London, the Netherlands, Dubai, Hong Kong, Singapore. So depending, as an example, for thermal plants, we know that the London market, they have some lack of capacity. But if you go to the Dubai market, they still have some more capacity. So broker that they don't have an office there, they don't know this, they will be focusing only in Brazil and London. But there is a market willing to give capacity for you, maybe sometimes on a better price than the traditional ones. So it's just, again, deliver quality time. And quality time is not, having 2 hours lunch. Is, sitting with clients, talking to the finance team of your clients, understand the goals of the year.
Dedication.
And after that, explore alternatives, not just give you a quote and go and seek for the best for your client. And I think this is the basic of our business. And I think we lost a little bit in the years, focusing too much in delivering the goals, revenue, retention. We forgot that we are a service provider. They pay us to be their eyes and ears to deliver that. Yes. So I think it's something that I think we need to understand again why we're here.
Insurance is a business of face-to-face conversation, people. So, talking about particularities, do you think Brazilian market has any particularity, something that is only found here, considering business in general in the insurance market?
Okay, I think I would talk about our culture and a product. In terms of culture, again, we have very talented people everywhere. So I think we are a little chameleon. We adapt a lot to the environment. I think this is something very special from the Brazilians, okay, in comparison to some other countries. But there's one product that you can only find in Brazil, and it's a huge market, and a lot of people, they don't know this, which is the court bonds. Okay, so since 2014, when they approved the swap from the letter of credits and the letter of credits for the surety bonds, became a huge market. I think is court bonds inside of the insurance is the largest product in terms of on the surety, and there's only in Brazil, legal as well, because we have a very tax difficult country. So I think this and our court, it's 10, 15, 20 years sometimes.
It takes a long time for decisions.
Exactly. So when you go to UK or US and you say that this litigation would be, under discussion for 15 years, they don't believe. They say, no. We managed this in 6 months here. I said, that's Brazil. So in the same way that, you have something unique and regulated to Brazil as an example, there's a big market to support. And I think court bonds is something that you only find in Brazil.
Oh, very nice. In another one of the culture, you said, but we are flexible. But insurance market, people are flexible too, but they need to know more things abroad, people abroad. And you think that we have this kind of culture for insurance market? We know about all the things that happens out of Brazil? People who works here?
No, I think it's difficult sometimes to find good information to study what is happening internationally. Saying a good example is the hard market.
Yeah.
When you go and you talk to clients, you know why we're having this hard market? 99.9% they don't know. Lack of capacity. We had a lot of the Ian storm in Florida was the largest in the history. So some information is important to share with clients and in the market. So I think if you want to study and develop your skills in this area, you find ways to have this knowledge. But it's something that you need to really, go in deep and look. It's different.
Okay, let's talk about trends. We are thinking about this. Climate change is the major concern of the world now, and also for the insurance sector. How do you look for information to improve the risks analysis of clients? And not just how, but where do you look for this kind of information?
Okay, yeah, no, climate change is a major concern in the industry. Yes. We see, let's say, more intensity claims and more frequency as well. An example is the agribusiness in the South, which the studies were saying that you can have a big claim every 20 years, but we had 2018, 2020, 2022.
20 years in two.
Exactly. So this is a major concern everywhere. When you talk about data, okay, we see a lot of startups coming. Okay. My opinion, I think we see more coming from international, like US. I saw a very nice platform which is sponsored by NASA and Lloyd's. Okay. To control flood. This I saw last week. So how can and I got very interested because our main cat in Brazil is the flood. So coming to a client as an example, which they will build a new plant, okay, and you can say to them that they have a big risk on flood there, and you will explain why. You can help him to restructure his facility to support the floods that they can have. So I think this is something that we are still seeing this very little, my opinion, very little, very case by case or under study, but this is something that I see that's the future. In 5-10 years time, the broker that don't provide such a level of information to take decisions to help clients to take better decisions, yes, will be out of the game.
Because many products will use the information of the climate change because they are impacted.
Yeah. A lot. So I think we are in a moment of a big transition, and I see. But being honest, Gali, in my opinion, I think we are sometimes losing some opportunities in Brazil and internationally, saying, because the insurance market is as well very traditional.
Okay.
And sometimes, technology, it's every 3, 6 months, 9 months comes something new, and you need to go. I think we are taking too longer to invest in technology, in my opinion, and I want to see this, going faster.
Do you think that the insurance company don't invest so much as they can invest in technology? They could.
Yeah, a good example. Let me say a good example. We talk about renewables energy, okay? All the companies that they are building wind farms, normally they have some prototypes inside because it's under development every year. So they were with X megabyte energy. For the next generation is 20% stronger because they did a small change in the technology. A lot of insurers that they say they are they are carbon free, they are investing on this, but they exclude the prototypes. So in the same way, they have this beautiful speech, but they don't support the investors that they want to do, renewables and look for the
How clients will invest without the policy?
Exactly. So they give you cover, but they don't give you cover for prototype. They exclude a lot of things. In my opinion, they should say, are you investing in something for renewable? So I will give you something extra. I will give you a better price.
I'm trying to do something for you. Too.
Yeah, let me help you to you have a better business and keep growing faster, and this will help the world by itself. So I see a lot of speech, but when it goes to the business, sometimes don't translate the same, in my opinion. And as well, I think example, the carbon credit. So it's something new. We see a lot of products coming internationally from UK and from US, and we are working in a project. So it's a pulp plant. They built this big forest, and they are selling the future of the carbon credit inside of your capex. So now you see some products to support what I'm saying, to avoid, let's say, the climate change or protect the environment. But I want to see more. As you said, I'm 36, 17 years in the market. I still have 30 years here. I want to have this business, I want to retire working in insurance. So I want to see more. I want to see the insurance industry developing itself at the same speed as the other industries.
Something with the clients.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, let's get still at this theme of the trends, cyber risks. Another concern of the sector, and risks are improving so quickly. How do you prepare to meet new demands and stay up to date?
Cyber is very
challenging.
It's very challenging. It's still a very small market in Brazil. I would say it's about $50 or $60 million premium. It's very, very small. But in mid-long-term period, my opinion is that will be bigger than the property, okay?
Wow.
Because the property, you can control the loss, or at least you know the level of loss you can have. On cyber, it's limitless. You can have billions of dollars on claim, depending the damage you have.
And the risks are changing all the time.
Changing, and again, you can have maybe the best protection system, state of the art, and you buy the best policy you have. 6 months later, it's out to date. Yes. You need to keep investing in cybersecurity and as well training your team.
Yes.
Because that's something that the human error is the phishing.
It's the weak point.
Is the weak point. Technology, you have the robots, you have the system, is there, won't change. But the human error inside of this equation can collapse the system as well.
Yes.
So I think it's something that it's a market that will develop very, very, very well, but it will take time. A good example, when I started, D&O was very little in the market. I remember I was starting my career selling D&O, and I was calling 10 clients, maybe one, they were with D&O. Nowadays, if you call the 10, all the 10 they have D&O. Yes. And I think it's more or less a cyber. I think in 10, 15 years time, all clients, they will have their cyber cover. That's otherwise, they will have some damage and can cause some bad troubles for them.
Okay, we are finishing our interview. Very good interview. I love to talk to you, but the last question is, we can see many new companies starting to operate in Brazilian market, in Brazilian insurance market too. Do you think the Brazilian market is interesting to receive international investments still?
If I have any sense of investment, I would put in Brazil.
Yes. Why? Tell us.
Brazil is still a very small market and a huge country. Some numbers here. Brazil is number 9 in the largest economy, but in terms of insurance, is the number 17. We are 50% smaller than the Netherlands. We are 1/3 of the Italian market. So if you go to US, it's a very mature market. It's 12% of the GDP, which for Brazil is 6.5. Okay, US is very particular. But again, US, only the insurance market in US is bigger than the GDP of Brazil. So
Okay.
it's a huge market. So I see very mature markets like in Europe, which they grow 2-3% every year. In Brazil, we are growing over 10 every year. So I think it's a great country it's very regulated, which brings some challenges, but it's very, very safe to play here. Good people, and in a market that will double probably in 5 years' time. So if you're looking to invest and have a return of this investment, my opinion is without doubt is to invest in Brazil. Some countries in Latam as well, but in Brazil, so big. It's so many good opportunities. So
What is the point that you think that is missing to us to grow faster?
okay, I think it's a
If you can say one thing, two things.
I think if you come to Brazil, it's a matter of culture. I think Brazil see insurance as a cost.
Yes.
Majority of the people, and sometimes you see clients. I paid $1 million premium, but I collected $5 million claim. I said that's a bad deal. You had a claim. You maybe had an accident of people. So they see us. So I think this is a culture
It's not a
change.
profit.
But we see more and more companies having the insurance agenda inside of the boards
Okay.
for discussions, because they already had bad an accident without a claim paid, something that they made us to learn from the process.
Okay.
So I think on the culture side, on the international side, I think it's have a more stable governance, and less changes in a short period of time.
Okay.
I think sometimes this brings some uncertainty to a foreign investor. Say, let's wait a little bit, and this wait a little bit. Sometimes they decide to go to another country, and the investment that was let's say organized to Brazil go to other areas. So I think. But I think it's a mix of a lot of things, and we are a very young country.
Yes.
Insurance.
You're very, very young market too.
Yeah, and we were saying
Yes.
the slavery was until 1888, so less than 150 years. So, and the insurance, the breakdown, the monopoly was 2008.
Yes.
So, but I see with amazing good eyes, not only to foreign investors, but to young generation to join the industry. If I could come back in my 20th, 19th when I started, I would, of course, select it to work in the insurance industry.
Oh, very nice to hear that, because it's so good to see young people come into this market.
I have a nice story.
Yes.
Just to
Tell
finish.
us,
When I was 28 or 7, Nicolau, who is the CEO for Latam
Yes.
for Global, he was the CEO for GLT. He invited me to go to the group conference in London, okay, GLT group conference. And one of the dinner, I got together with the CEO of Asia, and I was talking to him, and he said, Leo, I have a 22 years old son. He just joined the insurance industry. I said, but do you think this is an industry that will stay forever here? Because a lot of technology coming and a lot of changes. Do you think the insurance industry will be here forever? This is a career that will stay here for the next 40 years. And he said, of course. Insurance is the collateral of all investments. Without this chair that you're sitting, without the insurance, you cannot build the plant, you cannot have the employees, you cannot have to build this chair. So all investments, you need some collaterals, and insurance has proved to be the best in the industry. So yes, that my answer is this business will be here for many, many, many years. It's a good investment, and if you are looking to come to see if you are a young person coming from a university and still with doubts about the insurance as well, feel free to talk to me. I'll be very pleased to bring a little bit of my experience and give this last a push for you to join this journey.
I would like to thank you, Leo Dale, for being here on the first episode of Open Insurance TV, a joint venture of GRTV and Revista Polis. Leo, thank you very much.
Kelly, a pleasure to be here with you this morning, and I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you very much.
Enjoy. Let's go. And do you have any questions and suggestions and topics or people? Send an email to me, carlobeato@revistapolis.com.br, and see you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.